What's up, guys? Today I figured I would test the output of these pickups and compare it to the Fender that I have. So this is not a Fender Strat. It's actually a Rock Jam, and I did a full setup on it. You know, I saw some reviews and complaints and this and that, and there was no fret sprout, not at all. I just polished the frets up, you know, cleaned the fretboard up, cleaned the whole guitar up, polished it, and then I floated the trim. And the only thing I had to do with the one, this didn't have a whammy bar either, so they threw one in for me, and I popped the tip off, took a hacksaw, cut it down, filed the edges, put it back on, got it to about where my wife likes it. And the other thing I did is just, you know, went over the whole thing, gave it a whole setup. So if you haven't seen how to set these up, you know, watch my other video. These tuners aren't bad, but the G, this one sticks a bit. So that's my main complaint. I do have to say, these pickups in here, they sound warmer than what's in my Strat. And what I'm getting ready to do is put some new string trees on here and, you know, cut the nut and do all that good stuff. But you'll notice it doesn't have Rock Jam, and that's because I sanded it off and I made my own Fender logo and put Strat on there. So that looks much better to me. Anyway, you're going to want to take your cable, you're going to plug that in, and then this end, you're going to have your volume all the way up, and then bridge pickup. We take our positive, negative lead, stick positive to tip, and it doesn't matter because you're only reading ohms. So that is putting out 3.94. Then you'll put it to the center, and then do and repeat the same thing. So let's see what that reads. So that is 379. And then put it to the neck, and you're gonna go ahead and do the same thing again. That one's reading 375. So we know the output of the neck and the middle on at least these two pickups here are the same. The bridge is a little hotter. These sound good. With a good setup, everything sounds good. Let's switch over to the Fender and take a look at what those are putting. Okay, so volume up, and then we're in bridge position. And it's worth noting, the routing on the underside where the springs are is not anywhere near as good as it is on this Affinity. The other thing was this one, I weighed both of them and they're very similar. I think the other one, it might be a pound lighter, but it could be two, I forget. So let's see what this bridge is putting out. Alright, so we're at 599. So if we switch to the middle, and then we're at 569, favorite number. Okay, let's see. Neck 58, 59. So these are definitely hotter, and you know, it's not a bad thing, but these are definitely brighter and they're more bitey than those. I actually prefer the sound of those. So it comes down to sound preference. And, you know, I know there's going to be probably some comments or a lot of comments. Oh, it's junk, this and that, all ceramic and this. That's all fucking bullshit. I don't care what anyone says. If it sounds good to you, it's good to you. That's it. You can buy a 2,000, 6,000, 10,000. You can buy whatever guitar you want, whatever gear you want. If you like the sound of it, that's what's important. You can kind of remedy this by lowering the pickups, and they won't be as bitey. You can also roll your tone, you know, down. That's what EQs are for. If you want those a little more bitey, you know, you can EQ it up and, you know, raise the treble and shit like that. So there's ways around that, and people get too hung up on, oh yeah, you know, this and that. What you're paying for is the fit and the finish of the guitar. Now don't get me wrong, Astor, that was one of the worst acoustic guitars possibly made that I come across, but I still got it to play. Does it sound the best? No. Is it playable? Yes. So I wouldn't be such a snob when it comes to pickups and stuff like that. Both of them sound very Strat-like. This one just seems to be hotter, and my remedy for that is the volume knob. Turn it down, turn the control or the tone knob down. It's not as bitey. Does it sound the same as that one? Does that one sound a little bit warmer? Yeah, but you know, is it worth going out and spending, you know, buku bucks on pickups and this and that? No, not in my opinion. So don't be afraid to buy that guitar. And if you're a beginner, do not be afraid to get your hands, you know, into this and learn. Learn how to set your own thing. Every guitarist should learn how to set their own guitar up. Not only are you saving fees for setup fees, but you know it's done, and it's done right and to your liking.